Welcome back to Red and Blue. I'm Caitlin Huey-Burns. Polls have shown Georgia's most watched races are close, less than 50 days out from the midterm elections. CBS News will have the latest polling on Georgia's elections coming up tomorrow. And for more now, let's go right to Georgia, where my colleague CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion has been reporting over there for the past couple of days, and she's in Atlanta for us tonight. Hey, Nikole, good to see you there. I'm curious what you've been hearing from voters about these races. You have a competitive governor's race, a Senate race there, a Secretary of State race there. I understand you actually talked to Brad Raffensperger. What are you hearing from the voters and the candidates?
Yeah, well, a couple of things, Caitlin. I mean, look, in terms of the voters, I think one of the things that's more striking is that in many cases, a lot of these voters already have their minds made up. But on the flip side, there are a number of people that we talked to who had no idea who was running, who had no idea if they would even vote in this election. And so those are really the voters that, you know, these candidates are going to have to target. And they don't have much time to do that because early voting starts in the state in just a couple of weeks in mid-October. So that really is the challenge for all of these candidates, where you're talking about the Senate race, the governor's race, and so forth in these final weeks.
And Nikole, I understand that you talked to the Secretary of State candidate, the current Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, who has become kind of a household name now. What did he have to say about that race?
I know we kind of laughed about that a little bit when I spoke with him, just, you know, that so much attention now has been put on some of these Secretary of State races in light of what happened during the 2020 election. And I asked him what he was doing to ensure election integrity and if he has any concerns considering what happened 2 years ago. Take a listen. Do you feel
stand behind
an
the counties
sense of pressure given what happened in 2020?
No, not at all. You know, we've been working hard with the counties. The counties, you have to look at back in 2020. They worked so hard through a pandemic, and we're making sure that we give them whatever resources they need. We've been already looking at how many people they have in their precincts, you know, how many machines they have to make sure that we'll have the throughput to keep those lines short. So one of the requirements is now counties have to keep lines shorter than 1 hour. That's just for a great voter experience. So we want voters to have a good time, but we understand it will be a very tight race, probably in many of the races.
To try to keep those wait times down, especially because now with this new law that Georgia has in place, you know, for instance, you cannot give water or food to people waiting in line. So, you know, there is interest in kind of keeping the process moving, but that will be put to the test simply because the Secretary of State also noted that the state has gotten record registrations, that he is expecting record turnout relative to 2018 and 2020. So that is something to watch. I also talked to him briefly about poll worker safety because, as you know, that has been a concern given some of them facing threats. And he did say that they've been working to try to recruit more poll workers. He thinks they'll be where they need to be, but they have had to, you know, give them a little bit more money as an incentive to take these jobs.
Right. These threats to poll workers are something that is going to be extraordinary to keep tabs on. And the lengths that these administrations have been going to secure voting locations is significant, too. Nikole Killion on the ground in Georgia. We'll see you all day tomorrow reporting from there.